You didn't want to give us nothing. So therefore, we got to go take it. I don't need to say no more. Give me my darn theme music.
Welcome to the DY Prods channel. I'm your guy, DY Fly. What it do? Week 7 is in the books, and we just beat the brakes off the New York Football Giants, and we went up to their house at MetLife Stadium and beat them 28-3. This should be short since we got a pretty convincing win. I am happy that we showed that there are levels to this, and that the New York Football Giants shouldn't be on the field with us, and we completely shit down their throat and let them have it their way. But yeah, man, let's get to the game. There's nothing much to complain about that, not that much. Did I feel like we left a couple plays on the field, or we missed a couple opportunities to really put our foot on their neck? Yeah, but whatever. So let's start with the Giants. They showed up to the stadium, right? And they scored 3 points. That's cool. Let's give them a round of applause for that. Yeah. Let's give them a round of applause for that. So moving on to more important things. Oh, one more thing. Malik Neighbors. This was one of the highlights of the day. Malik Neighbors. I said in my last stream, the preview going into this game, that a good game for him or for us would be holding him under 50 to 60 yards. He got held to 4 receptions, 41 yards off of 8 targets. So shout out to the defensive backs, and especially Quinyon Mitchell, for putting the clamps on this dude and not letting him run wild. So yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to him. But looking at us, going on to our side, starting with the offense, you see what time it is. Hurt season, it's starting to heat up a little bit. Now, he didn't have to throw the ball much. He, 10 completions, only 14 attempts, 114 yards, but he got a touchdown, that big long shot down the sideline to AJ Brown. He's always open. But he did add, Jalen Hurts added 7 carries for 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. So yeah, my quarterback came to show out, and he put points on the board and really put us up with those clutch tush pushes. You see the shirt? Yeah, tush push. But yeah,
It's my quarterback.
The real star of the show is Mr. Saquon Barkley, who he's running like his hair's on fire. Can't even hate on him. 17 carries, 176 yards, and a touchdown. He got his revenge game, and you gotta give all props to the man. He added 2 receptions, 11 yards. But the running game, we stuck with the running game, and we did what worked. Even when Kenny G came in and gave him a breather, we still stuck to the outside and stuck with the run. We kept doing what works, and even Kenny G with the breather back, in relief, he came in and got some numbers himself. With 13 carries and 56 yards. So the defensive line for the Giants is shot. AJ Brown is pretty much the only person that got involved in the passing game. 5 receptions, 89 yards, 1 touchdown. We did try to get Smitty involved, but it just didn't happen this game. That's going to need to change next game though, because we played the Bengals. But we'll get to that in a bit. I did want to see AJ be moved around the formation instead of just on the outside. Let's get him in the slot. That's how he made his name coming into the league in the first couple years. So I want to see him get moved to the slot to give him a couple easy passes. Another thing, I thought the play calling was decent. Um, I think the run play calling was great. The pass plays, it still needs work. Uh, I still would like to see, we when we use the mesh concepts, it seems to work. So I wanted to see more of that. But let's get to the defense. N'Kobe Dean, you see that he had a nice little day, 11 tackles, or 6 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 4 quarterback hits. Now, I've been hard on N'Kobe, and rightfully so, right? But we might have found something that he's good at, and that is rushing the passer. So I still want to see Axeman Jr. come in for him. But if we can get N'Kobe in packages where he can just rush the passer, we might find something. He might be useful, you know. We did see him miss a couple open field tackles, and he just looked a little bit behind on the play or whatever. But it is what it is at this point. But it looks like we can use N'Kobe Dean for something useful. Zach Bond, he was solid. He made a couple open field tackles. And if you're not a Philly fan or an Eagles fan when you're watching this, and you're like, why do all Philly fans they emphasize the tackling? Because it's been that bad. Okay, it's been that bad. And the fact that we have to emphasize when guys do it well, I think it's needed, but we need to give praise when praise is due. Darius, he played all right, but he got hurt, and we got Isaiah Rogers came in for relief. I wanted to see Ringo. I still want to see Ringo, but I don't know what's going on with that. Jalen Carter played well this game. 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, which he got pressure in the middle, and it opened it up for everybody else. That's all I was preaching in the preview, the last video. So, just going down the list, Cooper DeJean, he did his thing. He did get a nasty stiff arm by Daniel Jones, and I had
Get him a body bag! Yeah! All right.
I'm like, oh my God, I was sick, but he kept the play in front of him. That's all that matters. Reed Blankenship, his name wasn't called much. Quinn Jan Mitchell, don't throw it his way, son. That's all I'm going to say about that. Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith, he got a sack and 2 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit. Cool. Again, we're going to have to start showing that we can do this against better teams. We played against the Cleveland Browns and the Giants this week, so I want to see this against better teams. Bryce Huff even got into the action, got a sack, and again, can we just use him on third down with him in that 4 technique? I don't know. Josh Sweat got into the action with a sack. Jalix Hunt got into the action. Yeah, let's look. I'm all for the new blood. All right, I'm all for the new blood. Sidney Brown, I want to see him. I look. We came in and we did what we did. And you can't complain about that. We got the win. We are 4-2. You see over here, Washington, the Redskins, they're still beating the dog shit out of everybody. And yeah, they've given up 52 points on the season, but they've scored 218, right? Compared to our 134. So we're gonna have to start to hit our stride on offense. I know. We put up 28 points, which is probably the second best we've done all season. But we need more consistent drives. And I guess the last thing I have to say, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Um, is about the special teams. I don't want to see Cooper DeJean back returning punts. I want to see somebody else that actually, I know he did it during his college years, but I don't want to see him returning punts because he is our nickel slot, which is very important right now, and he's one of the better playmakers on our team, and I don't want to see him get injured doing a punt return. Like that's why I think we need to allocate or go make a signing or something to replace him back there. Um, that's the only thing I gotta say. We got the Bengals next. It's at 1:00. It's in Cincinnati. Uh, Joe Burrow has been playing pretty decent. Of course, he's Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins has been coming along the past couple of weeks as well. So we're definitely, and Chase Brown, Sidney Brown's brother on brother crime. Hopefully, Sidney Brown gets his hands on him and puts him in the casket. That would be very lovely. But yeah, Cincinnati's defense is dog food. Hopefully we can take advantage, but this was a good game, and hopefully they can keep building on top of this. All right.